I pressed any button. Or if I press a different any button. There we go. Choose your hunter. Boy or girl? Can I have beard? Okay, that's positive improvement on facial. No. We can has beard. I wonder if we can custom this. Alright, we can. We can go through all this stuff. Alright, what's... I don't want to be doing that. Maybe we go back to the one that potentially could be me with the, Did any of them change anything? Well, that one's got... He's very jawry. Maybe that one, but with...
Everyone, get in here! Pile on!
Zergos Madude, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome, everyone. We've just begun character customization. Random. Could make him old. Alright, we need to... Let's go a little less... How do we zoom out? Does age... Oh, muscles. Doesn't actually change anything. Literally just a slider bar for slider bar's sake. Does not actually change. Well, okay then. I can, however, change the light source. Let's see if we can do something about this skin tone, though. We want to be jaundice or over tan or chocolate. Well, they pick. Panz, why you pick on the character? I mean, I'm not usually super huge into customization, but let's see if we can get. I think we got some sort of almost realistic moon tan going there. Let's go with that one. Does this slider do anything? Oh, it does. It does. It actually wrinkles up your face. Well, that's good to know. Let's go with let's go with 30 again. Back in my day. Alright. Dude, look at the hair. It's freaking out worse than a bad green screen setting. I should know. I've got, you know, bad green screen set. Alright, 11 seems to be the winner so far. No. I mean, Alright. Good. And color. What if now I can go down to here? bit darker. Oh, that looked good. No. Oh, man. Son of a... I think I had it at like 50, and then 1. And then I knocked that up to, what were we at, like 20? So 2050 naught. Alright, that looks good. Yeah. Alright. Eyebrows? I mean, I would like eyebrows. I'd like them to be more than just smudges of mascara or something. How do I get my eyebrows actually where eyebrows go and not inside the sockets? There you go. I don't know. Alright. I don't want to change any of that, just the color. Give me my beautiful baby brown eyes. Here we go, come on. Yep, good enough. Nose, my nose looks like a nose, that's a plus. Mouth looks like a mouth, that's good. Facial hair, let's go. That's so sad. It's the best we can do, chat. I'm sorry, I don't make the game. Hey, Plasma, how you doing? Oh look, we can make it look like tears. We can Bible thump our way to victory. Not that you'll probably be able to see it once we get into the game. Saturation. Perfect. You can have multiples of the same sort of stuff. I like that. I kind of like that. I don't want any others. But I like that you can mix and match and have multiples. Keyboard and mouse controls are an afterthought. Yes, because the Switch doesn't have a keyboard and mouse by default. Remember, this is not a new title. This is a direct one-to-one value port. And it is quite clear when you get into the gameplay and the hey, distraction and the graphic quality. All right, clothing. I mean, we need something that can just direct even more specific attention, like straight to my crotch, right? Or at least keyboard and mouse settings that are logical. You understand your problem is it's ported to the PC. It should have decent keyboard and mouse support. No. This is a cash grab. It meets all the requirements it should have. It can be sold, it can be bought, and it will run. Anything else is just a fantasy land for the user. There we go. That's saying, look at my balls.
Hey. Yo, yo, yo.
Yo, yo, yo. Yeah, that sounds like me.
Hello.
The trailer was faking it hard. They also mentioned somewhere they have 4K textures, but all they did was upscale the original textures and then save them as 4K texture samples, which technically, I guess.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello, I'm Batman.
Good day.
I said good day.
Yo. Yo. I rock.
Oh man, if you didn't say that, you might have been sold.
Yo! You wanna go?
Hey, let's do this. I'm the best.
Hey!
Hello? Hi.
Hey! Good to see you!
Let's have some fun, huh?
Awesome! Fantastic! Yeah! Hey!
I have arrived. Ah, worry not. I am here.
Nice. Yo. I rock.
No, let's find Batman.
Most enjoyable.
Oh man, Batman, you.
This'll be easy.
Astounding.
Great work.
Oh yeah. Bring it on. Ready to roll. I need a real challenge.
There we go. That'll do. All right, Panz. This is okay. Need to refrain from putting. All right, there we go. We get a dog. A dog has a bandana. He's the goodest. Oh, look at those floppy ears. That head does not match that body shape. Who's the happiest of good boys? Yeah, tiny. Your head is massively disproportioned, you. Oh, those cutest ears. You look kind of cool, though. Alright. Let's go ahead and make that blue, though. Where's the... Get a nice, real high contrast. Get some sort of neon happening. My Boy Racer underlights. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, let's get this. Oh. Get that right up. Could have done better on the starkness of the white. Like, could have had that like hospital white tint. That would have been great. Doesn't matter if we've got a saturation of 0. What color we picked, that's good. Yeah, who's the goodest of good boys now? Actually, let's change this one. Let's get this, let's get that super neon. Yeah, there we go. You swap tab control for social stuff. See, what you do is you just unbind the social stuff. Instantly have more fun. Oh, cutesy eyes? Winky eye? Oh, who gives their dog a scar? You evil, evil person. When I was a kid, I met a dog that had one eye. It had fur in the socket. It was gross. It was short fur, like it was a short furred dog. Apparently it had been hit by a train. It was sad. So, I mean, the happy side of the story, dog lived, right? But yeah, it was weird. What color do I want my dog eyes to be? Brown, like mine. Alright, do we go floppy ears? Super floppy? We just go regular floppy? Yeah, regular floppy ears. Oh no, super huge rabbit ears. They look very hunty. I'm gonna go hunt. Yeah, okay, let's go with those ones. Ooh, I like a bit of curl on. Yeah. Clothing. Oh, it's the bandana, of course. Get a nice dark. Twitch purple. Nah. Contrast. Nice bright blues. There we go, that looks great. It's just the color. Voice. Okay, Chili, calm down. There we go. Stand. That's not what that word means. Alright, sit. Good boy. Stand. That's not stand. Maybe that's like safe word for certain community members. Anyway. Who's good boy? Oh. I mean, no one cares, right? May as well match my color. How do we put it on mute? Okay. Save over my test character. Who's a good boy? Don't touch that, you dumb cat.
Huh?
Oh, hey.
Dear. Looks like we've been caught in the act, Minoto.
Oh, we've been caught, and now we're stuck.
I really don't see how anyone could have noticed us.
It was a perfect display of stealth.
That's why we expect great things of you. You're always razor sharp.
Well then, I guess we still have a lot of training left to do.
What? You don't want us sneaking in? Oh, come on. This is Kimura. We're all practically family here.
Besides, Elder Fugen is looking for you.
So go get ready. Can't keep him waiting.
What is that? You have to pick the voice for your character, and all they do is grunt. I think there's something off in the distance. We can't tell
Shall we
because
go?
the draw distance is too short.
Thank you. Come again.
Thank you. Come again. Stupid cats.
Oh!
You're a wizard, Harry.
Elder Fugen, we did like you asked.
Oh, Hinoa, Minoto, thank you. I just got an important letter.
Hello.
It looks like we've got a rampage on our hands.
We're wearing socks and
So
sandals.
it's finally beginning.
It's great.
It's been 50 years since the last calamity. But I remember like it was yesterday.
It's because you're 100 years old.
A huge pack of monsters in a giant stampede. They attack the village in a frenzied rage. Nobody knows why this happens, but it came close to wiping out our village last time.
I think it's time. We paid a visit to the stronghold.
Twins, Basil.
We have to protect the village.
There's nothing to worry about, Elder Fugen. All of us, everyone in Kimura, we've all been training for this moment for our entire lives.
Hinoa, we should start preparations right away.
Now that's what I like to hear. Ho-ho!
Now, Panz, Rampage and all aside, I've got news for you.
Great job!
Got a message from the guild this morning that says you are now a certified hunter.
Oh,
You're really living now, Squirt. Well, I guess I shouldn't call you that now that you're certified, but I don't think it'll stop me. Laugh.
Elder.
Sorry to interrupt, Elder Fugan.
Yep.
I've informed the village of the coming rampage, like you asked. Yes, thank you.
Congratulations.
By the way, Panz, I overheard the good news. You're finally an official hunter. Wow, congratulations. All you need to do now is register with the guild so you can start accepting all those quests.
Ah,
To do that, you need to speak with Master Hojo in the Gathering Hub.
but first.
That can wait. First, we go shopping. You'll be needing the help of other villagers if you want to succeed out in the field, so
Yep.
follow me.
Let's start there.
Now, where should we start? Of course, the marketeer of mystery, Kagero the merchant. Move with stick, dash with bumper.
Welcome.
Greetings, Master Panz. I just informed you have been accepted in the guild solicitations. Here you'll find restorative cures and other such items to aid you on your hunts. I often diversify my stock and provide special offers for hunters too. I think you'll find them most agreeable. Kagero sometimes offers items at half price, and that's when you can pick up some real bargains.
Ah,
I always hold off on buying what I want until the sale, and when it's on, I swoop in like a Rathian on the trail. I have often sensed Lady Hinoa's sharp gaze upon my back. Now I know why. Anyway, Kagero, about those items I asked you to set aside for me. Of course, I'll have them packaged and sent to you at your convenience.
next.
Then that's a wrap. Let's see, where should we go
Sure.
next? Steadfast as steel, Master Hammond the blacksmith. It'd be nice to pay him a visit. Camera with right stick. Reset with left bumper.
What is it?
Hinoa? What is it? You can see I'm busy here, preparing for the rampage. Now, Master Hammond, this time I've come to tell you good news. Panz has been accepted into the Hunters Guild. The village now has a resident hunter you can all count on. Isn't that great? Wait, I'm the only hunter here?
Yeah.
I see. Well then, Panz, allow me to congratulate you.
Hey.
The equipment we forge here is what makes a hunter in part, or can make or break a hunt. It represents our village too. Hunter who can't wield Tatara steel isn't fit to fly by the banner of Kimura. You'll find whatever you need here. As for crafting and refining gear, well, we can talk about that later. Oh, since we're here, that reminds me. You can hire buddies at the Buddy Plaza up ahead. Master Hammond's grandson, Laurie, manages the place. Why don't you talk to him later? Capering around with felines and canines makes me wondering where I went wrong. Really, I think buddy handling is quite a noble profession, personally. Anyway, Master Hammond, I was wondering if my order was ready yet. It is. One of my apprentices will deliver it to you later.
Last but not least.
Okay, just one more stop and we're done. Let's see. Sweeter than Sweet Dango. It's got to be Yomogi the chef's tea shop. What are they doing to that whatever it is?
Uh-huh.
The wire bug gauge is displayed at the bottom of the screen. Forming wire dashes or silk bind attacks will deplete this gauge. More details, see wire bug actions in the game controls. Alright, left trigger and B. Where's the wire bug controls? So stuff went up on... Said Y had B. Okay. Okay, so just left trigger and Y just launches you up in the air. No matter which way you're facing. B aims... I don't think B aims where you're looking. No, okay, so it's got nothing to do with the camera. B is a... Okay, left trigger and B is a pull forward. Left trigger and Y is a pull up. Right trigger is where you're looking. Right, okay. Kind of. Oh, it's on cooldown, I see. Alright, so Y is just a generic... Y and B's are generic directions. They have a longer cooldown when you're on a hunt. Oh, doesn't sound very good. I want to use them all the time.
Hey! Welcome!
Oh, Panz.
Congrats!
I had the good news. You're a certified hunter now. Recognized with the guild and everything. Congrats. Before you head out and hunt, make sure you stop by and eat some bunny dango. You'll never taste anything yummier in your life. And you'll get your juices flowing for hunt. Mogi's bunny dango really are yummy. So yummy, in fact, you can't stop eating them on the job.
Yep.
Yep. Mogi, the usual, please and thank you. Do we get the cooking cutscene? Of course we know. On Super Duper Mega Dango order coming right up.
Thank you.
Hanson had a great time on our shopping trip. Thanks for accompanying me. Where's the food? I had things ordered from Master Hammond and Kagero delivered to your item box. Just a little something. Celebrate you becoming a hunter. Oh. Back when you're done with your registration thingy, okay? What about the bunny dango? Sorry, those are all mine. I'd share. What else could I eat? You should equip a weapon already. Let's see what you look like in your full
What do
hunter
you
getup. Try out the longsword I just got you. Hey, I wanted a longsword.
So cool!
The gear really suits you. Let's feel a ton braver now, right? Ride that high over to the gathering hub and get yourself registered as a hunter. So you talk to Master Hojo and get registered. You can start going out on real-life hunts as a real-life hunter of Kimura.
Go visit
Exciting?
the hub.
I have to wait here for my order, so off you go. My usual spot. Come see me when you're
Come
done.
on.
Right, sign up at the gathering hub. Can't swing sword in village. That's bad, man.
Oh. Pardon me. This is Master Hojo.
Working hard?
Hello there, Panz. Sure took forever to get here. I thought I was going to croak. You're probably well aware that I'm Hojo, the guild master of this exceptional gathering hub. What's that? Your guild registration? Oh yes, well, getting it to before you interrupted me. Had you let me finish, I would have told you that we no longer do things that way. To get with it, young hunter. Yo ho ho. No tests to take or papers to stamp, just my okay and you're on your way. And with that, you're now officially a hunter. Not just any hunter, no. Hunter of Kimura Village. Accept a quest from our dearest Minoto. Go hunt some monsters. Joho. About that, as much as I'd like to, I have to get this report about the rampage ready for the guild. I'm terribly sorry, but could you talk to Hinoa first so she can explain quests to you? Yo, Ace. I just overheard the gnarly news. Awesome. Before you run off to see Hinoa, pop over here for a sec. I'm gonna check you out in your new threads. Dude wants to check me out.
Hey there! Sup, Ace?
Good, Ace. Congrats on becoming a hunter. And that hard work finally paid off. I'm really happy for you. Oh, and before I forget, I gotta tell you about the action bar. Action bar lets you pull off all sorts of actions without opening any menus. You gnarly if you ask me. Let's try it out. Select the camera from the action bar and snap a picture of me. What? Once you take my picture, let me see it. Pictures can be taken in the camera using the action bar or custom radial menu. Snap photos will be saved in both the Hunter's notes and the album on your PC. The saving feature can be changed in options. Which is focused on a monster or endemic life are automatically classified in the album located in the Hunter's notes. Pressing left stick while aiming the camera lets you switch between character and Kahoot view. Picture will be taken from your view, recommended for making the subject bigger or framing more creative composition. You can have your pet Kahoot take pictures of you. Pose sets, gestures can also be selected from the menu in Kahoot view. During multiplayer, Kahoot will be visible to other players, giving you a general idea of the camera's position and the visible area. Because I'm sure that's what everyone wants when you're multiplaying, is seeing owls come in with cameras, knowing that the person's AFK. Okay. Here you go, dude. Please never make me take the photo again. Oh yeah, that's one handsome devil-o. Now you've gotten acquainted with the action bar, I think it's quest time. You're still not confident in your abilities, you can hit up the training area to sharpen them up. Just a short boat ride from the Buddy Plaza to where Laurie and all his furry friends hang out. You can try your hand at all sorts of weapons and skills there. A great place to warm up before a big hunt. Alright, I'll quit holding you up. Noah's still waiting for you, isn't she? Hunter info on the start menu provides tutorials, hints, basic information, other valuable things. Information added as the games progress will be displayed in the tutorial window and chat log. Display settings for the tutorial window can be changed from options. Hunter's info and notes found in the start menu contain a variety of helpful information such as instruction manual outlining basic game information, characteristics of monsters, controls, and weapon use. If you're looking for answers, be sure to look there. Hey, listen. It's dangerous to go alone. Take this.
Go!
Talk to Noah, the quest maiden. Is she eating food? She said she'd meet us at the usual spot, but she didn't tell us where that was. Oh, she's waiting outside our house. That's weird. How do I get off my dog? There we go. Who's a good boy?
It's a good day for a hunt.
Oh, Panz. Already completed your hunter registration? Great.
Yeah.
I retrieved your Kahoot from Elder Fugan earlier. It's so cute, you're gonna love it. Kahoots like buddies will help you out during quests, but in their own little way. Kahoots are creatures that are beloved through Kimura. Village Elder gave you a Kahoot to look after as a pet. You call your Kahoot from your action bar, it'll come and perch on your arm. If a symbol pops up while you have your Kahoot on your arm, push it to have your Kahoot take flight, maybe something will happen. Feature unavailable in multiplayer. The pet menu can be opened while Kahoot is perched on your arm. There you can swap out outfits and feed your feathered friend. You feed your Kahoot, they will greet you once you return from your quest. Note, your Kahoot won't come to greet you in multiplayer. Well, how about you give your new feathery friend a name? Do we get to customize it? Oh, it was given to us, so we don't get to customize it. Enter your name for Kahoot. Anyway, since my sister is swamped at the moment, I'll go ahead and give you the quest rundown instead. Now that you're a hunter, you'll be in charge of completing the quests that me and Minoto have in our quest lists. That Minoto and I have in our quest lists. Some of these quests, called key quests, have been specially posted by the Hunters Guild. If you make a point of completing key quests, the Hunters Guild will take note. Oh, and one last thing here. Take this pedalist Minoto and I made.
Yeah.
As you may be aware, Petalises are protection charms woven from a local plant called a sending sprig. Pollen carried by speary birds will enhance your Petalis, strengthening your abilities. Treat it with care. Okay, Petalis is a type of charm bracelet made of woven sending sprigs. In Kimura Village, they are typically worn by hunters. Like any other piece of gear, you can only equip one at a time. Petalises absorb the fragrant pollen from speary birds you encounter during a quest, granting you special status boosts. You can switch out your Petalis in the item box manage equipment option. So it's a ring. Try out different types to see which one best suits your style. Seek out speary birds to maximize their effects. Note, Petalises, whatever, can be switched out from the tent's item box. Alright, cool. I think Minoto should be wrapping up her report about now. I need to get back to work myself. Once you're ready, you can start talking quests from either of us. Hold on, you can't go prancing off before my introduction. Panz, meow. Congrats on becoming a hunter. If you ever find yourself taking a hub quest, then I, Senri the Mailman, have quite the important info for you. You'll need to go through me to meet up with fellow hunters. Make sure to stop by. Well, that about wraps everything up. Time to start monster hunting. Downloaded stuff. More stuff. More stuff. More stuff. More stuff. Day 1 DLC. Hub progress or village progress? Well, she's right there.
Bunny Dongo are a taste of heaven.
Oh, hello there, Panz. Ready to get into some quests? Hey, Fox, how you doing?
Ah.
No, you have great timing because a quest just came in for you. Master Tsushi has called for you. Looks like it's time for some basic training. He was so pumped up about being a real instructor, he kept going on and on about being ready to thrash.
Yep.
It seems Elder Fugen may have had a hand in it as well, although I was told to keep that part a secret. You're not supposed to tell... Anyway. I suspect they've been racking their brains to think of a way to help your hunting career. How sweet. I've added Sushi's request to the quest list. Accept it when you're ready, but make sure you are ready first, okay? When you are, just head through the quest gate to begin. Optional multiplayer. Can you do the optional multiplayer single player? Make a firewall exception for Monster Hunter Rise so that I can't access the internet. Now let's dive into the quest list.
Make sure to check the special quest as well.
Look to one of the twins in either the village or gathering hub to accept a quest. Join a hub quest posted by other hunters. Use the quest board. Once you've accepted a quest, you can either press the right stick or accept another quest to cancel your current one. When accepting a hub quest, select Yes, send Join Request to allow other hunters in lobbies to join your quest while in progress. This is disabled for village quests. Press right trigger after accepting a quest or A to quest gate. If you're hunting in a party, others make sure everyone is prepared for the hunt before setting off. Let's get started with basic training quests that Usushi has set up for you. What do we have in store for you? Don't just go charging in. Make sure you're fully prepared first. Optional side quests are side quests available from both quest counters that can be completed any number of times. Except up to 5 at once. You can claim your rewards from either of the quest maidens. Alright, so these are the same as in Monster Hunter World. You pick up all these other ones and you do them while you're doing the main quest. So you always want to have stuff like this. Complete 3 quests in the Frost Islands. Break large monster parts 3 times. Slay 14 small monsters. Hunt 2 large monsters. Acquire 7 golden speary bugs. Gather insects 3 times. The speary bugs consider insects. Gather the bone pile 7 times. Gather plants 7 times. Gathering ones you actually have to go and do. I suppose you just pick them based on rewards, right? Or points? What do you guys normally pick them on? Jumbo bone. Monster fluid. Ichium. We can get some monster fluid and some ichium. Let's get one of these ones. Let's get that one. Oh, we can have 5. That's a lot. Let's get that one knocked over. So things like those are going to happen naturally. Right, you're just going to slay small monsters while you're doing it. Gathering ones you actually have to gather. Let's go with... that one for now. 100 quests.
Which quest would you like?
Let me see. Let's try this one. Complete each of Master Utsushi's tasks. I'm gonna go with that's pronounced eat. Master Eat Sushi's task. 50 minutes to do lots of stuff.
If you can't pick one, just go take a stroll or even a nap. Slow and steady wins the race.
Go take a stroll or a nap. Nap sounds pretty good right about now.
Good luck.
Yeah, grab honey. Seems like a freebie. I guess we go do quest. Should we go eat? I don't think we need to go eat, but I wouldn't mind seeing the cutscene. Do we have any money? Should we put something in our thing, right? Item box. Oh man, I don't miss this. Oh, I'm gonna have to set up a thing. Oh, I remember like editing loadouts, how painful it was. Is it still just as bad? I had to go find a tutorial with in-depth step-by-step on how to like resave over stuff, and then once you got it to a stage, you just never want to touch it again. Okay. This is world light. Okay, so you just change there. Change name. Alright, do we have any monies? I think we had monies. Action bar. Communication, hide all. Communication, hide all.
Hey there!
Look at you, a real hunter. Hey, real hunter, don't forget to eat some bunny dango before you go, okay? Look forward to serving you. Bunny dango. How do I eat it?
Oh, hi! Cheers!
Alright. So she's going to tell me, remember to eat the food, but not serve me some food? Wait, do I have to sit here? Eat a meal.
Hi! Welcome!
Order Bunny Dango at the tea shop to gain extra health and stamina. You can activate Dango skills if you're lucky. Dango effects will wear off once you complete a quest or return to Kimura. You can eat while in your tent as well. Which Dango skill is activated as well, its probability of activating differs for each Dango. You can aim for particular effects by making use of the daily Dango, which changes with each quest. Pick the right one for the job. Meals included in daily Dango cannot be eaten during quests. Pay with money or pay with points? What's the thing we want to save? What am I going to need? What do I need more of first? Does it really matter? I just want to see the cutscene. Pay with money.
All delicious.
Use points.
Can I take your order?
What's the how do you get the whatever the standard option is? There used to be a in Hunter, you order the usual. I don't have a.
What will it be today?
German flavors, unusual flavors, grandiose flavors. Do they have any actual usage? Reduces the time between gathering point respawns? No. Increases damage dealt by kunai.
Hey, I'd recommend.
Is that my sword? Helps your weapon retain
Actually, they're all
sharpness
great,
when
so I
attacks are
can't choose.
deflected. That's pretty good.
Sorry.
It prevents you from getting knocked on your butt. Speeds up sharpening weapon. Are these all the same? So okay, that's all of them. Whereas the other ones are in groups. Okay, then I can pick 3. Can you go multiples? No. Increased damage dealt by kunai. Who's kunai? Because I'm using a longsword. Helps retain sharpness, sometimes decreases damage taken. Speeds up sharpening's good. Let's try not getting knocked over. Order.
Coming right up.
Alright, give me the cutscene.
You. Here you go. Yay! Yeah!
Time to go.
Time to go. Nice to actually say something. Alright, well that's the cooking cutscene. Let's head on out. Kunai has potions.
These halls of worship, once so bustling, now home to monsters, stalking and rustling. Hunters beware. Not wait, but despair.
Let's do this!
What's up, Ace?
You accepted my quest, huh? Nice. Come over here and we'll get started.
Welcome! Good to see you.
Congrats on making Hunter. Whole new life awaits. I can see it in your eyes. You're ready to thrash. Let's do a little quest refresher first, cool? Let's start with our camp here. This is your tent. You can change your equipment and weapons or organize your items. When you bail on your current loadout, you're free to switch out your gear inside. That over there is a supply box. It's full of useful items that'll aid you during the quest. Everything in there is provided by the guild, so feel free to take and use whatever you want. And that's it for camp. Let's move to the next part. I'll meet you down by the river past the ledge. If you get lost, just look for my icon on your map. Make sure inventory is in order before leaving for a hunt. Manage your items with the item box menu. Change equipment and switch skills. Access the buddy board and eat meals. Each hunt you're provided with hunting items stored in the supply box. Supply box is located only at the main camp. View the map in the bottom left. Check the location of things in the area. Mine's not unlocked yet. Triangles indicate players' current locations, while tent symbols are camps. Monsters, buddies, traps, and placed items as well as severed tails are displayed too. Quest objectives are also denoted during special quests. Press left bumper to zoom on the map and view endemic life, gathering points, and other icon categories specified in the detailed map settings. This can only be reconfigured from the game settings within options. View a detailed map from the start menu. Detailed map displays the precise location of endemic life and gathering points, allows you to show or hide items based on category. You can also toggle the display level of the map. Press Y on detailed map to open icon list. In addition to reviewing what the icons of the map mean, you can highlight the icon and press A to make only that icon show on the map. Icon list can be very helpful for finding specific things. Yeah, nice. Need some free goodies. Yep, hunters will give you stuff. By pressing B, you can harvest nearby plants, nuts, bugs, mushrooms, bones, honey, and spiderwebs. Pressing B near mining outcrops will also allow you to mine them. Crafting is the delicate art of fusing two items to make another. You can craft items from the start menu or from item box in your house. You can also use the auto craft function to automatically combine materials when you pick up the required items. Crafting list command lets you choose the recipe from your crafting list and then create the item. You can also configure the auto craft settings from the crafting list. Whee! No full damage? Hey Valkyrie, I'm good. How are you?
Yo, my favorite pupil.
Hey, up here. Alright, let's talk wire bugs. Those bodacious bugs are a must in any hunt. Use them right and you'll be able to zip around to pretty much anywhere you want to go. Even on top of this boulder. Give it a shot. A variety of actions can be performed using an extraordinary creature called the wire bug. Perform rapid aerial maneuvers with wire dash. Whip out weapon-specific gambits with silk bind or regain composure with wire fall. An exhausted wire bug gauge will recover over time and can be used again. The degree of consumption and time needed to recover vary for every action. Capturing a wild wire bug will temporarily increase the gauge by 1. Technique commonly used by Kimura hunters. Use wire bugs to zip through the air and quickly reach your target. While holding left trigger, press Y to move vertically, press B to move forward. Press right trigger to move where you're aiming. Wire dashes can be sequenced or can initiate wall running if facing a wall. Each weapon has its own unique silk bind action using wire bug. These cannot be used with your weapon sheath. To use it, draw your weapon. Hold left trigger, then press Y or B. Each weapon has its own silk skill, so experimentation is recommended.
Hey, hero.
I don't think I made it. You alright, Ace? Wirebug's giving you trouble? If you're struggling, hold left trigger while aiming right stick. Once your reticle is pointing at the right spot, press right trigger. Don't sweat it, you'll be a master of wirebugs in no time if you just keep practicing. Next, let's talk buddies. There I brought my Palico and Palamute, Flash and Rumble. Did you let your Palamute cup one in the eye? Bad owner. They'll be lending you a paw for this part of the training. Why can't I use mine? First, try mounting Rumble, my Palamute.
Right.
Palamute's as swift as the wind. If a monster gives you the slip, hop on your barking buddy. Alright, I'll be waiting for you up the trail. Meet me there. When accompanied by Palamute, you'll have access to Let Me Ride command, allowing for rapid transport within a locale. Hop on your Palamute, you'll arrive at your destination in no time. There are 2 ways. Hold down B while near a Palamute, issue the Let Me Ride command from your action bar. Try it out. Riding Palamute is a great way of getting around faster. Controls. They can dash. They can jump. Cool. Left trigger. They can drift. It's like Mario Kart. Press Y to, you can attack from them, A to dismount, or performing jumping dismount. Recovery items, whetstones, some other items can be used while riding Palamute. While riding, select a usable item from the item bar and press X to use it. Okay, nice.
Give it a try. Listen up!
Is that the drift? Okay.
Attention, please!
Oh, I got some dung. Not a Panztastic game if you're not picking poop.
Yo, my favorite pupil.
This is a yellow speary bird. If you touch one, its pollen will enhance the good luck charm you're wearing. You're petaless. When that happens, a scent of pollen surrounds your petalus and boosts your stats. Since this little guy is yellow, it'll increase your stamina. Similarly, spirit birds of other colours will boost other stats. Pretty gnarly if you ask me. The effect is only active during the current quest, but you can be sure as shurikens they are worth using. Well, that's a cloth fly over there. Cloth flies are one of many creatures you'll come across out in the field. We call these little guys endemic life. The powder these floaty threads spread can boost your defenses. There's lots of other endemic life out there that can boost your hunts in different ways. Have a look around for other endemic life and play around with them and see what kinds of effects they have. A little bit more, follow me. Endemic life refers broadly to all small life forms that inhabit an area. Some endemic life can be used like items to provide lasting buffs during a quest. These include permabuffers and hunting helpers, which can come in handy as used effectively. As some of these life forms are rather rare and potent, they're worth seeking out.
Let's see.
And the spam's so huge on the screen.
Attention, please!
Look at that one. Perform a wire dash while facing a wall to initiate wall run, using left stick to maneuver. During a wall run, hold down right bumper to continue running, consuming stamina, but you can also wall run while climbing ivy. Oh, there's a thing up there. The wire dash with Y pushed me down. Come on. Oh, I can run up that. I was... Okay. That's the ivy that I was talking about.
Ready to thrash?
Decided to travel on foot this time. Well, just remember, all you do is hold B next to a Palamute to ride it. You can even tell them to attack while you're riding them. But their attacks won't be as strong as yours. When you're ready to get down to business, it's best to dismount. Oh look, looks like we've got ourselves some monsters nearby. They call the game Rise because of the idea of going up vertically more. Interesting. Not because they send the twins in to see you first thing in the morning. How are your health and stamina looking? Be sure to keep tabs on your status while out in the field. When you're ready, let's head up this way. It's time to really get at this show on the road. Green bar is your health gauge. Run out of health and you'll faint. When you faint, you'll be taken back to the main camp. Yellow bar is your stamina gauge, which drains when you perform various actions. Stamina refills naturally, but the length of your stamina gauge may shrink over time. Consume food items or rations to replenish it. Coming in contact with Spirit Bird during a quest will increase your maximum health and stamina. The amount by which they increase will be vary based on the pedalist you have equipped. Okay, but when it increases your maximum, it doesn't give you a boost to your current. I can press A to dismount from my Palamute. Which I wasn't on at the time.
Giddy up!
I missed out on number 2. Where's number 2? You guys can't see it. Check this out. 1, 3, 4.
Let's do this! Hey, hero!
Gnarly, a pack of Izuchi. Alright, there's 3 of them. Let's go take them out for me.
Yeah!
Don't hold back just because they're small now. They can be skillful and ruthless. Just remember your training and you'll be golden.
Uh-huh.
Now ready your weapon. Nice and steady, take him down. One attack at a time.
Excellent!
It's worse than Dark Souls 2.
If it isn't Kimura's brightest flame.
Awesome. Job there, Ace. Don't forget to carve to honest materials for monsters. They can be used for upgrades at the smithy. When you're done carving, come see me. Where's the monsters? How am I supposed to carve? They've disappeared. Oh, there we go. What are they doing over here?
Nothing personal, buddy. I'll be taking this. Nothing personal, buddy.
Good job!
My hunter sounds like a cowboy who's carving monsters. Yeah. They give you some voice options at the start.
Go!
And then your guy doesn't do anything. He's just like...
Giddy up!
But apparently, so he'll talk to the dead bodies he's carving up to tell them it's nothing personal, but he won't actually talk to people in town. He'll just do...
Good job!
I want to carve up this one. I mean, it's not mine, but I want it. No? Alright, Master, eat sushi.
Hey, hero!
Hey, just as I expected from my star pupil. That was an incredible hunt.
Uh-huh.
There's something you think you could have done better. Don't worry. After all, you're just getting started. Now then, let's head back to camp. Looks like we're kind of far away from it. No big deal. Use fast travel and you'll be back at camp in no time. I'm gonna go ahead. See you there.
Nice to meet you.
Press this button to open map, which it doesn't. It said push select and then
Nice
A.
to meet you.
Huh?
I got it.
I'm back.
If it isn't Kimura's brightest flame.
You completed the basic training quest. Now proud to send you out to the field as a full-fledged hunter. You've learned well, but keep in mind, Elder Fugan, and I expect much from you.
Right.
If you feel like going over your basic training again, all you need to do is accept this quest from Hanoa. No. Be happy to guide you through it again.
Piece of cake. Another successful hunt. Yeah.
Cameraman. Camera, please. I got an award. Oh, Panz, I see Sushi's little quest was no match for you. Ah, I expected nothing less. What you learned today is the very essence of hunting. Wherever the hunt takes you, those lessons always hold true.
Oh.
Now, I should have some one-star quests ready for you. Well, I'll get to it and happy hunting.
How are you today?
Welcome back. How'd it really go with Master Eat Sushi's quest? I know the basics are, well, basic, but you gotta have a sturdy foundation before you can build, right? Take Bunny Dango, for example. Mogi puts in as much effort selecting the ingredients he does preparing them. I know, but it cost me 200 points, and I only got 20 points for my quest. Anyway, I know you're not here to talk Dango, you're here to talk quests. And lucky for you, I got some one-star quests ready to go. You know, questing is kind of like climbing a mountain. Keep completing them, and before you know it, you'll be at the top. I'm sort of wondering that with the longsword and the dual blades. I might try to go back and forth between them.
Yeah.
And just like a mountain, there's more than one way to the top. Pick the quest right for you and forge your own path. But you're going to stay right here and listen to me blabber about Bunny Dango if you don't hurry up and pick a quest.
Bunny Dango are a taste of heaven.
As you complete quests from the village and gathering hub, the Hunters Guild will permit you to take on more and more quests. Quest difficulty indicated by star icons. The more stars, the harder it is. Upon completing a certain number of key quests, which are carefully selected by the Hunters Guild, you'll be eligible to take on very important urgent quests. Completing urgent quests will unlock the next quest level. You'll find that some villagers have special requests or specific quests they'd like you to complete for them, so don't talk to anyone when you see a yellow speech bubble above their head. Anything they ask of you will be listed as a quest village. Oh, do talk to anyone. No, don't talk to them. Gathering Hub quest. A special quest in which you can learn hunting fundamentals and techniques as wyvern riding. They'll be accepted the village quest counter at any time. I'm pretty sure I got some Speary bugs in that last. I got nothing out of that. I got that one though.
Have a look.
Okay. Learn to ride and capturing monsters we'll have to do. Expedition tour. Learn to ride from Master Eats Sushi.
Don't forget to eat.
Using the swacks. Nice. The blade stuff are the Kinsect blade.
Ravenous monsters, their eyes shining bright. Courageous hunters, looking for a fight. This is where they clash, their spirits alight.
Alright, let's go!
Hey, hero.
Hey there, S. Came here to learn about weapon rating, huh? Awesome. I'm happy to show you how. Okay, let's start off with the basics. Weapon rating is gnarly technique that uses iron silk to bend a monster to your will. While weapon rating, you can force a monster to attack other monsters, or even slam it into walls, dealing massive damage. Now there are a few steps you got to take to successfully hang 10 on a monster, and that's what we'll be practicing today. So once you're good to go, head on down. I'll give you more info once you do. Weapon ratings in a state in which you can control a monster bound in iron silk. Hold right bumper and press left stick to move. Attack with B and Y. Evade with A. Controls will be reconfigured from options. While riding, press X to dismount and launch the monster forward. Monster will take damage, topple over, it collides with a wall or obstacle. If you launch the monster you're mounted on another monster, you can force that monster into a mountable state, letting you hop on and take control. Attacking other monsters while riding fills your riding gauge. As being completely filled, you can unleash a mounted Punisher. However, once the gauge is full, it will begin to diminish until it's empty, so make sure you pull your mounted Punisher before it runs out. The riding timer shows how long you can stay mounted. The timer will tick down as time passes or if you're attacked by other monsters. Once time is up, you bucked off your mount, so try to execute the Punisher or launch before then. Attacks and flinches while riding can be cancelled by pressing A. This consumes a wire bug gauge. Executing evade and emergency evade commands just as you're attacked, another monster will stun it, allowing you to shrug off an attack. Types of attacks available while riding differ for each monster. Using different combinations of Y and B as well as the stick will open up new attacks. So ride everything and attack, attack, attack. Be aggressive. Be aggressive. Talk to Master Eats Sushi.
Go!
Puppet Spider.
I've been waiting for you.
Ready to ride, Ace? Here's the rundown. First, in order to ride, you'll need to get a monster into a mountable state. There are lots of ways to accomplish this, but first let's give the old Wirebug Silkbind method a shot. You keep attacking a monster using Silkbind attacks, it'll eventually get all tangled up and become mountable. Since you'll be using Wirebug for this, it'll consume your Wirebug gauge, just like wire dashing. Mind your gauge. Silkbind works differently with each weapon type, so try them all out. If you want to take a sec to practice, let me know when you've had your fill. A variety of actions can be performed using Extraordinary Creature that is the Wirebug. Perform rapid aerial maneuvers with Wire Dash, whip out weapon-specific gambits with Silkbind, or regain composure with Wire Fall. An exhausted Wirebug gauge will recover over time and can then be used again. The degree of consumption and time needed to recover vary for every action. Capturing a wild Wirebug will temporarily increase the gauge by 1. Technique commonly used by Kagero hunters, use Wirebugs to zip through the air and quickly reach your target. While holding left trigger, press Y to move, vertically, B to move forward, and right trigger to move where you're aiming. Wire dashes can be sequenced. Okay, each weapon has its own Silkbind action using a Wirebug. These cannot be used with your weapon sheathed. Use it to draw your weapon. Then press Y or B.
Good to see you.
You're clear on how to use silkbind technique? No. Alright then, next up it's time to practice using the most excellent endemic life form, the puppet spider. There's a puppet spider right over there. In skillful hands, the sticky, sturdy, silky strands this spider produces can be used to make monster mountable. When it comes to mounting monsters, you can use the silkbind technique or the puppet spider. Either works. Approach a mountable monster and attack it with B weapon in your sheath. Start running. Clear on how to start weapon running? Cool. No. Cool. Let's now try for real and see which method fits your style. Ready to give it a shot? Yes. Good. Prepared Azuros for just the occasion. Both methods work, so just focus on getting into a mountable state
That's
first.
it! Give it a try.
The hunt is on!
These are the hunting basics.
I knew I could count on you.
Holding left trigger. Holding left trigger.
Something's coming!
Make the monster mountable. Well. It said you push Y to unsheath your weapon. What if you? Is there a way to unsheath it without swinging? Oh, well, you can't run without sheathing it.
Be careful! Something's coming!
Please don't close the menu for me. Basic. Sorry, just so you know, I'm not actually closing the menu. It's doing it for me. Not because I asked it to, but because the game thinks I want to close the menu. Okay. Oh, I'm mounting. I'm mounting.
Time for revenge!
Okay. With your weapon drawn. I was doing that, but I was getting nothing. Alright, so it is... With your weapon drawn... Left trigger and Y and B, the same as without it. It's left trigger, then Y or B. They do different things. Yeah, okay, but with your weapon drawn, they do the same thing. Oh, okay. I'm confused on how to mount two Valkyrie. Okay, so if you want to just pull your weapon out, it is Y while not moving. If you're moving and you want to pull your weapon out, you will hit something and then stop running. So to keep moving and unsheath your weapon, you need to stop moving and unsheath your weapon, and then go back to moving. And then they'll put your weapon away for no reason. Oh no, don't put my weapon away. Okay. You can just sheath with square button. I'm not asking how to sheath. I want to unsheath. You'll always sheath while sprinting? I wasn't sprinting. I was just walking. So you... and I didn't press sprint. Pressing left trigger to do my silk bind, and it's not coming up with the option. Left trigger, left trigger, left trigger, left trigger. Pressing left trigger. Trigger. So I can do those ones. But obviously I can't do anything now because they're on cooldown. And that's fine. So the first one. Left trigger, B. Left trigger, B. Left trigger, B. I can do left trigger Y though. But I don't want to do left trigger Y. I want to do left trigger B. Plus I want it to be on the monster, not on the... I mean, I do like it when games make me look like a stupid old idiot, but I have a feeling that this one's not. Why? I don't understand. Alright, apparently we did it. Get monsters into a mountable state by attacking them with wirebug, jumping attacks, or silk by moves. Let them fight each other using certain endemic life. Approach a monster in this state, land a blow, or sheath your weapon, and press B to start riding. Wirebug jumping attacks and silk bug moves inflict damage that can put monsters into a mountable state, and therefore displayed in special damage.
Sweet! Wyvern ride time!
This is gonna be good.
Look at this! Listen up!
Okay, so it ticks down.
Careful!
Time won't decrease while we're training. Why not?
Excellent!
How am I supposed to get used to it? That's the whole point of training, is so you can get used to the thing that's happening.
Well done. Let's move on.
Now let's see launch monsters. Pressing X launches the monster you've mounted, sending it hurtling into obstacles, inflicting serious damage or toppling it over. Make sure to aim for a wall or obstacle when launching a monster for maximum damage. After launching a monster in a wall or obstacle, press A to regain footing. This consumes Y-bug gauge. Okay. Using launch monster again in this state, timed properly will repeatedly send a monster crashing into a world of hurt.
Give it a try.
You get kicked off about 3 seconds in hunts. Well, that's the only way you're going to get used to doing the thing, right?
Good job. Great.
Because otherwise you're going to be like, oh yeah, I do this and I do this. Oh cool, let's go out in the wild.
That's it.
You'll get on it and get thrown off and be like, I didn't have time. Oh, I better go practice with the limited time.
Time to thrash. Show me your moves. Give it a try. Listen up. Careful. Give it a try.
Well, launch it. When do I launch it? Is it being over tutorialized? Like, would I be able to do some of these other ones getting grayed out in the field? Once your grinding gauge is full, press Y and B to perform a devastating Punisher. I'm not learning launching, so I can't. Yeah, see, I'm trying to practice it, and I'm like, why is it not working? I guess that's why the Y bug thing wouldn't work earlier, because like locked out. Doesn't matter. It's to learn the punishing things. Yeah, I know, but it feels bad when you're trying to sort of just get into the game, and you're like, why is this thing I'm trying to do not working? And you don't get any feedback. And it's not until later you realize, oh, maybe it's not working because that move is being locked for the tutorial. You know, because I'm sitting here like before, I was holding left trigger and trying to do the Y bug stuff, and nothing was happening. So obviously it was because the tutorial was like, no, we're not going to let you try that way. Only this one very specific button press combo will actually do anything. But we're not going to tell you that this has been locked out. We're just going to let you sit there thinking you're an idiot.
Now! Excellent!
Awesome!
Pick up the stuff.
Giddy up!
Listen up! That's all!
Let's go home.
Alright, where's what's her face? Somebody wants to talk to you. Find them. No.